What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is the second podcast, or no, third podcast of my channel. We have a special guest here, Derrick. He's gonna try to, come at least twice a week, if not that. Right now, I'm just getting it all set up first. I want to try out trial and error, letting improve on my streams, or on my streams with my podcast and whatnot. But today we're going to be talking about the Cowboys. What went right, what went wrong. We're talking about specific players. We'll be talking about specific personnel groups that they messed up on, what they need to improve on, and then the game plan for the Eagles game. But Derrick, say hi to the YouTube.
Well, what's up, guys?
Alright. And where are you from?
From California.
California? Are you from Los Angeles or are you from San Francisco?
Just Sacramento, actually.
Sacramento, okay. Sweet. Good to know. So are you a Kings fan?
No, just a Warriors fan.
No, just Warriors, yeah. That makes sense. So how'd you become a Cowboys fan?
Just my dad was a Cowboys fan. Thankfully, he said it was between them and the 49ers, so I'm just glad I'm a Cowboys fan, not a 49ers fan.
Yeah, they sucked for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. For like 5 years, they were one of the worst teams in the league. Oof. Yeah, that's glad you're a Cowboys fan, not a Niners fan. They're a bunch of. They talk too much. It's mainly because of Debo, but Kittle, bro, Kittle, and what's his face, Trent Williams, man. They're just a toxic team, bro. I don't like them.
Their fans are really toxic. They're like the only fans I know in California that they'll drive in their car, but they'll have like 2 flags on each side of their car with 49ers just hanging off of it.
Oh, jeez, bro. I mean, us Cowboys fans, we can be toxic, but we're not like, insane. We're used to the hate, so, I mean, we're not really.
Yeah, man.
But we're not too bad. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Cowboys won 43-20 over the Rams in Arlington, Texas. Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb got 2 of those. Brandon Cooks got 1. Jake Ferguson got 1. Pollard had 53 rushing yards, I believe. I think Lamb had 154 receiving yards. Defense had a touchdown. Safety, I think they had like 2 sacks that game, maybe 1. Not too special, but I will say though, man, this team is. We're not satisfied yet. That's all I'm gonna say. Not satisfied. One reason why? Playoffs.
Mhm.
We can bet on bad teams, but we have no discipline when it comes to the good teams. I mean, look, we lost to one of the best teams in the league. Well, now they're a joke right now. They've lost 3 straight when they beat us. So it just proves how one guy can really make a team good and make your QB look like trash. Brock Purdy. But anyways, so what did you notice in the game? What did you notice the good about it?
I would say the good about it was I kind of was always wondering okay, when are we gonna get the tight ends involved? I know Mike McCarthy had said that the West Coast is for the tight ends specifically earlier in his career was mainly blocking, but I always was you got to give Jake Ferguson the ball. It's like one of your most dangerous guys after the catch, which he proved again on Sunday. So I just wanted them to get the tight ends more involved. It was nice to see Schoonmaker get a little catch too, because outside of Ferguson, he gave somebody else too.
What you think about Schoonmaker? What's the? Because personally, I think the guy's I think the guy sucks. I mean,
I'm not on draft night. I really tried to
like the pick.
I tried.
The pick. I'm not saying he sucks, but the guy needs to. He needs to just watch some film and correct his mistake, because he's lost, or he's not caught a lot of balls when they're beautiful
Yeah.
balls thrown by Dak. And
It's like,
I'm a Dak hater to all the way, man. I don't hate Dak, but I dislike him for one reason: can make the playoffs. But anyways, Schoonmaker, man. Dak's been throwing them beautiful balls. Like, one was a touchdown, he dropped in the end zone. Another one was on the Niners game. Beautiful back shoulder fade. I'm like, dude, you gotta catch those, man.
yeah, like Schoonmaker's weird because when he does catch it, like he seems to be like where he averages like 10 yards a catch. But the problem is he doesn't catch a lot of
because
them.
you know why though, right? Because he's a fast tight end.
He just
he
like
reminds
reminds
me
me
of-
of, he's like
he's fast.
He's like kind of a Dalton Schultz but better because he's a way better blocker.
Always,
and,
well,
like-
it's not even that. He's not that big of a body, so I wouldn't compare him to Schultz. I would
Yeah.
probably compare him to like a Kittle, to be more of maybe a little more weight, but like a little less version of Kittle. He's a good blocking tight end. He's fast. He's tall. What tall is he? Like 6'5" or something? 6'6", something like that. He's pretty tall.
It's like one of the most, the more taller tight ends in the league. Like,
yeah, but the guy needs some improvement.
Like Hendershot's got to be careful how long he's going to be out because if Schoonmaker starts, progressing and these, performances become bigger and bigger and bigger, we might be looking at Hendershot as the tight end 3.
Well, on the depth chart, he's actually tight end 3. You know that, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it goes Jake first, then Schoonmaker, then Peyton Hendershot. But at the moment, he is hurt, so I think it's Jake, Schoonmaker, Sean McEwen, and then they signed some tight end. I think Eric Saubert. He got promoted to the active roster today or yesterday for the game, but he didn't see any action. So right now they have 5 tight ends. It's kind of weird. Makes no sense at all. But
yeah, I was a little confused when they said today we're gonna go with like 5 tight ends, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, 4, but yeah. Peyton Hendershot, I don't know. He's a very interesting character. He's not as big. He's not as tall. He's not.
Middle.
He drops the ball a lot. I've noticed. The second year, make improvements, but I don't think he's going to ever be a starter in this league. He would have to really get bigger and just be a good blocking tight end for teams, but
yeah,
he just isn't that. He reminds me of like a bigger receiver, to be honest. He reminds me of like a Calvin.
Yeah,
some type. But
in training, it was bad for Hendershot in training camp because if John Stevens wouldn't have gotten hurt, Hendershot might have not made
I see why they drafted Schoonmaker, but I think they would have been fine. We could have used that second round pick on
Yeah, that was like a waste.
It wasn't a waste, but they probably could use it somewhere else. But it's nice to have him sometimes. Schoonmaker, he's a good tight end. Could be a good tight end. I'm not saying good tight end right now, but he could be a good tight end. But I don't think he'll have a start over Ferguson because right now Ferguson is just he needs more targets. Because right now he is looking amazing. The guy looks like he's proven. He's a big tight end. He's fast. He's like almost like a Jason Witten, but a little faster.
Yeah, because he's
a great blocking tight end.
Yeah, 'cause in the Niner game, what I did see is against any linebacker, he's just a mismatch. Unless you're just super.
Dude,
athletic,
he bullied Nick Bosa. You saw that?
Because when he did that route on Fred Warner, that kind of like let me know. Okay, this guy is like a mismatch against any linebacker.
Dude, he blocked. Dude, he screwed over Nick Bosa, bro. He put him on his tail, man. I mean, he literally got pancaked by Jake Ferguson. I mean, he's a big dude, and he's tall as F too.
It's like hella crazy how he just moves.
Oh, I know. He breaks. I mean, if you look at his average yards per carry, he's getting like 10. I mean, he's probably number 1 in average yards per carry or average yards after the catch because he breaks a lot of tackles. I don't know if you noticed that, but he breaks a lot of tackles.
That's why I was just like, thanks for getting him involved because literally every time this dude gets it could be literally almost every time.
It could be 10 yards. First down every time. I don't know why Dak's not throwing the ball because Dak used to love throwing the ball. In 2021, I think Schultz got hurt for a little bit. I think he didn't play, but I mean, Dak was throwing them the ball in 2021 almost every freaking play, man. Dude, Dak loves his tight ends. He loves to throw it to his tight ends. Just this year, he hasn't been throwing that much to his tight end.
Yeah, because I was just feeling like he should throw it to him more. Because I was like, unlike Schultz, it just felt every time Schultz got the ball, as soon as the defender touches him, he's gonna go down or he's gonna, he always would
Schultz got
fumble
one
at the
down
worst
left.
times.
Yeah. I like Schultz because he was a big vertical threat. He was he's a lot better pass catcher than Ferguson ever was. But Schultz was just a big body for a vertical threat, and Ferguson's like kind of in the middle of that. He's getting there where Schultz was when it comes to the pass game, but I think Ferguson's really good for just short yardage or short passes, and then he's good for right after the catch, and then he's good for blocking, obviously. But all right. So okay, all right. So let's talk about Michael Gallup. What's your how do you feel about him? What's your thoughts on him right now?
So the thing with Michael Gallup was I was never like really, I was a fan before the extension, not so much after the extension, because everyone knew at the time it was just like the worst move ever to give him the extension, over like trading Amari for basically nothing.
Yeah, I think it's like a 6th round draft pick or 5th round. It was nothing, a bag of chips.
Yeah, he's like basically the one thing he's supposed to be good at this season. He just hasn't been good at.
And he had that one game last week versus the Chargers, but he got force fed the ball. Of course he's gonna go off. He got force fed the ball.
Yeah, that's like one of the things like that. Like it's kind of like an admirable trait by Dak, but at the same time he'll trust guys like Michael Gallup. Then last year in the opener it was like trusting Dennis Houston too much, and there's just certain guys.
I remember that. Yeah, Dennis Houston. Yeah, that was a wild, crazy weeks of we had. There was just Lamb, Dennis Houston, and Noah Brown.
Yeah, I don't think people really don't understand how bad that receiving group was in week 1. It was so
week
bad.
1. I think it was like weeks 1 through 3, and then that was pretty bad. That was horrendous.
Some of the guys aren't even like on an actual NFL game day roster right now.
Oh yeah, I can see why we lost those like early games early on because of. We really didn't actually. Cooper Rush actually got how many wins? 4 wins in a row or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. But Cooper Rush dealt with that crap. So,
like, I just feel like Michael Gallup, instead of, I think a lot of people were like, oh, he should be the go route guy. I was like, no, that should probably be Brandon Cooks. I'm thinking Michael Gallup more of like the short yardage stuff, the quick.
I think what they need to do is they need to use Gallup more in the red zone. Like, how Dez did in the red zone? Like, he was the back shoulder guy.
Yeah.
They need to start doing that with Gallup. I don't think Gallup's...
I just feel like Gallup at this point...
They're very similar in, like, body size and very similar in height. I think Gallup's, like, 6'1", and I think, or 6'2", and Dez was 6'2".
Even against the Rams, he had that nice sideline catch. I'm like, that's... Just use Gallup in, like, certain situations. He's not like Brandon Cooks where you could just, use him in every situation possible.
Yeah, I think Gallup's more the physical guy. He's not a guy who's going to...
Gotta like pick your
plays.
Spot. Yeah, you definitely got to pick your spots with Gallup. It's not like CD and Cooks or even Tolbert where you can use him like in every situation.
Yeah, because he doesn't get open. Well, Tolbert, he gets. I don't know if you saw it. He got bodied the other day, or yesterday. But one of the clips he got bodied. But anyways, Gallup, if you look at his tape, man, he does not get open. I mean, he's getting locked down every play.
Dak had like 4 or 6 incompletions, and I think 2 or 3 of them were because of Michael Gallup. And honestly, we should probably let him loose at the end of the season and just try to draft another receiver.
Personally, if they want to go out, I say we go get Devontae Adams or some big receiver. I don't. If we got one of the big receivers, I think this is the year. I don't.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like Cortland Sutton or like a player like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Jerry Jeudy. Honestly, they should do it because at the time, if they got Jerry Jeudy, it reminded me a lot like Mike Cooper. Both really good route runners. I mean, both they're good receivers, but they weren't that known before they went to the Cowboys. Like I'm saying Mike Cooper. Let's say they do trade for Jerry Jeudy. They weren't known. I mean, they were known, but they weren't like the big receiver, And all of a sudden, they come to Dallas, and it's all different scene, different it's actually a winning team. You know, they actually want to be
Yeah.
there.
I just
All of a
feel like
sudden,
Jerry Judy's he's been dealt like a pretty bad hand since he's been.
I think Jerry wants out. To be honest, he don't. I mean, they won yesterday, but I don't think he was active. I think he was out, but I think he wants out, man. I don't think he wants to be there.
No.
If they traded for Jerry Judy, I wouldn't mind giving him like a second round draft pick because he's 24, bro. He can play for another 6 years.
And honestly, we hit on our first round and third round and later picks, but honestly, our second round picks, we just don't be hitting on those. To be honest with you.
Kelvin Joseph is he was a bad second round pick.
Oh God, don't remind me. Like the only first round pick I just remember that like that still haunts me for the Cowboys is Taco Charlton over T.J. Watt.
Yeah, it haunts me. Yeah, but no, they traded like a second round draft pick to Denver. Or if they didn't want us to do a straight up trade for Gallup and Jerry Judy, I don't think they would do it, but maybe like Gallup and unlikely, but you never know. Maybe they're just scheme fits, but you probably can't. You can't. I would never even trade Gallup this year because if you look at his contract, bro, his dead cap this year is horrible. You cannot release him. His dead cap is like negative like 13 million. It's pretty bad, man.
Dang.
All right, next topic, Mozzie Smith, man. Oh, man, this is a good topic. Oh, yeah. I love this. Mozzie Smith. Where has he been?
Like, the problem is when Mozzie's in there, it's like, he's actually doing pretty well, but the problem is he's not, like, in there.
He's not getting reps. He's not getting reps. I barely see him. I mean, I'm noticing a lot. It's mainly just Neville, Osa, Hankins. That's the main three. And I barely see Mozzie in the field.
Yeah, but I will say, like, the defensive tackle room was, like, much better this year than it was even last year.
It was pretty good last year. They had a Bohanna, they had Osa, the same guys. All they really did was just get rid of Carlos Watkins and
Yeah, I would just say the only difference is like probably like Osa took a jump, so makes it look a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, Osa was good last year, but Osa's been looking good this year. I will say that. The run defense was pretty bad yesterday. They should have ran it more. Our D-line was getting torched. If you look at the tape, almost why they look good later on in the game because they weren't past the run the ball. They were just passing the ball all the time. But early in the game, they were like, I think Royce Freeman and Darrell Henderson were getting like 10, 15 yards a carry. Man, I was like, dang, man, what's going on? Yeah, Mozzie is nowhere to be found. He is somewhere to be found, but he's not getting reps. I'm not really a fan of it. He's a first-round draft pick. We could have used that draft pick on someone else.
Yeah, it's like less than like 20 snaps, I think, a game.
It's low, man. Very low. This draft class is very, very not... There's not one guy that impressed me right now besides Overshown, but Overshown is hurt, so can't really do anything because Deuce he hasn't played since week 2 or week 3, something like that. He hasn't played. Mozzie barely even shows any reps. Schoonmaker is in kind of a right now he's like a C if I had to rate him, and he needs to improve real badly. 2 catches for like 20 yards. It's pretty bad. He's dropped like 4 or 5 this year. The third round was Overshown. 4th round was I don't know who was the 4th and 5th. I think 6 was Deuce, but nope, no one's really shown any. Draft class is not good enough. Now Mozzie could potentially be that guy for us, but Cowboys really haven't hit on any defensive line that have been really good in the past couple of years. Like Tristan Hill, 2nd round, complete bust. Taco Charlton, bust.
Yep.
Yeah, they haven't been doing good with that. Sam Williams is a good. I like the Sam Williams trade. He was a pick. He was a good pick. I liked what was his face? Who was that guy? I like Tank. I remember when they drafted him. He was he was good his rookie year. But no. But anyways, Mozzie, I can't really say much because he hasn't been playing. I'm hoping he gets more reps soon. But at the moment, he's just kind of he's just there to learn, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm hoping Mozzie can kind of be like Dorrance Armstrong, because at the time no one was really like that hyped that at the time we drafted Dorrance, but he grew over time and then became a staple of the defensive end room.
Yeah. Okay. Next topic. We don't talk about Dak Prescott. So, okay, I love this. I love talking about Dak because I'm a certified Dak hater. I'm not gonna talk shit now. I cursed. I don't really care. I'm not gonna talk crap right now, but he looked good. Besides that one pick, I think he just threw it low and hit the guy's head or hands, whatever. Probably shouldn't have been thrown in the first place because he's throwing it over the line, and then that's bound to get tipped when you're wearing a drag like that. I'll show you later, but other than the pick, no, he played good. But it's one game this year I've really seen him actually like play good ball, like actual good ball. Like last week versus the Chargers, he had 2 touchdowns, I think, right? Something like that, but it wasn't enough. We barely won by 3 points. We could have scored on many drives, but that didn't happen when we scored twice. How do you feel like you think Dak's playing up to his standards right now, or do you think you think Dak's mad? Like, you think he's tired of all the hate and he wants to actually I don't know what the word, but you know what I'm trying to say? Hello? Derrick. No. I think you muted me.
You hear me?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
What happened?
I just had to, because with my mic, sometimes if it's too far in in a certain direction, it just mutes itself. So I had to put it a little to the left. But yeah, I just feel it's a very sensitive mic.
Dude.
But I feel like Dak is at this point, he's accepted and all that stuff, and he's handled it pretty well. But I feel like he just wants to win, he wants to win it all, because he feels like if he doesn't win it all, no matter what he does, they're just gonna keep talking. Kind of like the more, because it's the first time we've ever seen Dak be like this before.
Not the first time. We've seen it many times with Kellen Moore's offense, but first time Mike McCarthy's offense.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm not satisfied yet. This is just one game, and Rams aren't particularly a bad team, but they're not that great of a team. They're more so an average team.
Yeah, I kind of see them like the Steelers. They're gonna play a lot better than they should because they're very, very well coached. But talent-wise, a lot of teams are gonna beat them just because they're just not that talented.
Yeah, offense is talented, and I really don't know what happened to them yesterday. They have 3 great receivers, but you know why? Because of the O-line. If you looked, I think we had 20 pressures, something like that. It was pretty bad.
Yeah,
and he got sacked a lot. He didn't get sacked, but he got pressured a lot, and so it forced Stafford to make quick throws.
Yeah, then he got hurt on that on that Micah. I can't remember if it was the first sack or the other one.
Something like that. Yep, his hand hit. Yep.
Then we got a hit on him, and then I think he landed on his finger, and then he had a finger injury, and he left again.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But yeah, Dak Prescott. He's a great quarterback. He's obviously a top. I think he's a top 15 quarterback, top 10 quarterback. On good days, top 10. But this season he's looked like a top 15. I don't think he's in cracked top 10 yet this season.
Yeah.
He's just very inconsistent, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
One game he'll play lights out, like the Giants game, like the this game. Last game is pretty good. He'll be perfect, not throw a pick.
Yeah, I would say like his good games this year, probably Chargers, Patriots, Jets, and the Giants. And the bad games, or like Cardinals wasn't
They're
bad.
good team.
I would say it was like an average.
Nah, it was because that game. I don't blame him because our line was all out in the game, but you still have to do better. I mean, even though your O-lines were, you get the ball off. You got to throw the ball. Like, throw the ball quick. Can't just hold on to the ball and take the sack. It's not going to happen. I think we saw that versus the 49ers. He got sacked a lot. He got manhandled that game. So, next week's going to be a real test. Personally, I do not think it's going to be that big of a test because it's a division rival. It can go either way. Like a fully healthy Niners team, the Eagles can probably beat, but the Cowboys can beat the Eagles very easily because of the division rival. You see them so much, so you know the tape. You know what they're going to run.
Well, and Jalen Hurts this week I think everybody kind of saw in that Washington game that knee's bothering him a lot more than he's willing to admit.
Yeah, he's
not like he wasn't like really in the RPOs and stuff. Didn't really have to worry about him at all because he just wasn't.
Yeah, we'll say though. Besides that Dolphins game, they really haven't played anyone good.
No. And then even for the Dolphins game, I went back on the tape and like Philly got away with like a lot of holding calls.
It was pretty bad, yeah. But we will see versus the Eagles if Dak can play a really good secondary versus the Eagles. We'll see.
Dak, he can totally change my mind if like the highlighted games I have like before the playoffs would be like, obviously you play the Eagles twice.
I think if he sweeps the Eagles, he'll have my respect again.
And also, obviously, then Buffalo. That stretch of the end of the season with Buffalo and Miami.
Yeah,
and
if he can beat
Detroit. Well, I don't know about Detroit because he did beat them last year. But
honest, I don't expect him to win all these games. If he loses versus the Dolphins or something like that, but he beats the Bills and the Lions, I'm okay with that because that's still a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's like if he wins like 3 out of 5, then like he'll have my respect. That's like when when you're winning most of those.
If he can beat okay. This is who I want him to beat. I want him to beat the Eagles twice, Lions, Bills, or Dolphins. One of the two, because I don't think he'll sweep the AFC East.
That's hard, yeah.
He hasn't swept a AFC division team since like his rookie year. It's been a while since he's done that. I don't expect him to win every game, but I do expect him to win the big games, because he needs to prove himself. Because right now, again, Rams aren't that. I mean, they're a good team, but they're not as talented as we are. Yeah. As you saw, we manhandled them. Scored 43 points on them. But he needs to settle down, not make mistakes when he's playing a good team. Just throw the ball, make quick throws, make quick decisions. Not try to like audible too much, Just stick with the game plan. I think that's the big problem. He tries to do too much. He needs to just throw he needs to just throw if it's not there, just throw the ball away. Just don't take the sack. Just throw it away. I think that's the biggest problem right now. He doesn't want to just throw it away. He wants to.
Yeah,
he thinks his every play is the game-changing play. You know what I mean?
Like if it's like third down, and there's no one open, you take a sack. I don't.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if it's second down or first down, no thank you. Just throw it away, please.
Yeah. Okay. I also want to talk about Mike McCarthy. I like this. So Mike McCarthy, man, he's he had a good day yesterday. Made some good.
Sure he was gonna make changes.
Nope. He made some good plays. He made some good adjustments. But the only problem is he did not get Pollard involved. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
He barely got him involved. Pollard only got 11 rushes yesterday.
He need, at the minimum, Pollard needs like at least 15 rushes. And
15 a game is a good for him. If he's playing good, give him 20. If he's playing amazing, give him 25.
Yeah, even if you don't get him involved in the run game, at least get him involved in the pass game, like one of the two or both.
Well, did you see what happened? Man, he tried getting in the passing game, but the guy like hit his freaking helmet, man. He straight to the crowd. I mean, dude, I was like, Pollard, bro, come on.
Like, damn, he only had one man to beat, and that dude got blocked by, you could have
got a first down, possibly a touchdown if you actually caught that, not had to bobble it, because it wasted because once he bobbled it, all the defenders were there. But if he caught that right then and there, he would have went upfield, probably first down. And honestly, it probably would have been a touchdown too, but because we had blockers. But I mean, it's kind of hard to trust a guy, but when you do that,
Mike did a lot of stuff that I said he needed to fix because, the first 3 games, Rico Dowdle.
He was aggressive. We'll say that.
Oh yeah, I think
Mike
he
McCarthy
knew that
threw that ball.
Yeah, he was being way too the first 3 weeks wasn't too conservative. Then the next 3 weeks very conservative. So I think
I don't mind the conservativeness. I don't mind it. Yeah. But you got to know when to up it up, like step it up.
Yeah.
Conservative, aggressive. Conservative, aggressive. Aggressive, conservative.
Gotta find a good balance.
Like the first 2 halves, go aggressive. And then, or if aggressive's not working, go conservative.
Yeah, there's
But if aggressive is working, go stop on them. And then as you saw in the second half, they only scored 10 points. They played conservative ball.
Yeah, in the Niners game, it would be 3rd and long, and he's like, "We're gonna do a quick pass." Can't do a quick pass on 3rd and 8 or 3rd.
Well, what the problem was is, in that game, I remember these 2 specific plays specifically. They ran it on 3rd and 4, but they passed it on 3rd and 2.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, and I was like, oh, they must be going on 4th down. Nope. I was like, what?
Well, I understand why, because it was in their own 15-yard line, but they passed it on 3rd and 2. I'm like, why would you not just run the ball? And then if it's 4th and 1, maybe go for it, but I would still punt it. But I mean,
the only other time I was he's too conservative was probably at the end of that Chargers first half, where
that was pretty bad.
I don't want to call a time. I just want to take the field goal, and I'm like, why not take a shot though? Why not?
I don't mind. I think he just wanted the points. He didn't want to throw. I think he just didn't trust Dak. He might have just think okay, Dak might throw a pick here, or something like that. I think Dak. I don't know. In my mind, he probably just didn't want him to throw a pick and do too much.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't blame him for it, but you gotta have that trust in your quarterback to at least make an attempt to touchdown.
Probably where I give Mike McCarthy the most credit for yesterday's game was just finally having some consistency in how he's going to use Brandon Cooks, just finally.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed by how well they used Brandon Cooks. But he needs more. I will say he needs more.
Yeah,
because he is a weapon they can use.
Every route that you could think of, Brandon Cooks can run it.
We're not in at full strength too, man. If they figure out how to use Brandon Cooks, man, this offense will be deadly.
Yeah. So what I was happy with yesterday, because one of the reporters said that Brandon Cooks went up to Mike McCarthy when Brandon Cooks ran that stutter step touchdown, and the difference between Mike and Kellen is Kellen's like, no, I'm just gonna run what I want to run. Mike's like, okay, let's run it.
Good to know. Didn't know that. All right, fellas. So our sponsor for today is Game Time. Game Time is like SeatGeek, but it's called Game Time. They got tickets for concerts, sports events, any type of NASCAR. They got everything. I mean, any type of social event. any public event, entertainment event, they got it. If you use code SPORTS3, you can get $5 off your first purchase. Thank you very much. All right. So how about this defense though, man? Defense is playing lights out football. I mean, they've really the only game they've really didn't really play good was the Cardinals game and the Niners game. But it's when you're playing when they play versus that Niners team, I don't blame them. I mean, there was no momentum. I mean, they had no. What's the word? They had no momentum, and that it's kind of hard to play defense when your offense isn't getting first downs, getting anything. So you're on the field all the time, so you're tired. Cardinals games, same deal. They were barely scoring. Defense really couldn't keep up with it. Any thoughts on the defense so far?
I have thoughts on like Marquise Bell. Just continues to impress me. Every week he just plays better and better and better.
Oh, did you? Oh, I was actually gonna talk about Marquise Bell. Speaking of him, so he is now the #1 rated linebacker with a 90-something, like a 90.3, I think, or 93.3 through the first 8 weeks.
Yeah, he just does things that LV just can't because of, because he's like a former safety, turned linebacker, so more athletic, faster.
Now, I do like Marquise Bell, but the only problem is he's a little too skinny. And yeah. I feel like that really hurts us in the run game. He's just getting bullied out there when it comes to the run. So I do like him.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I think just next offseason he needs to bulk up a little bit. I feel like he'd be an amazing linebacker. He needs to bulk up.
That's for the rest of the season. I'm hoping like a linebacker like Rashaan Evans could help out a little bit since he's actually.
LV is coming back soon, so he'll be back. I don't mind LV. He's a solid player. Sometimes makes some questionable mistakes, but he's pretty much there at all times. He's our play caller. He's our guy who makes all the adjustments on defense. He's like our deck for the defense.
Yeah, because I would say the only problem sometimes I have with LVE, the difference between him and Marquise Bell is when Marquise sees the play, he goes full speed, where LVE just kind of waits. And then
patient. Yeah, sometimes I see that. I think that's
sometimes he waits too long, especially in the run game. Then back is turned because the offensive lineman's already blocking up on the second level.
Yeah, I do see that a lot.
He kind of sometimes he avoids the contact, where Marquise Bell goes to the contact.
Yeah, you kind of have to create the contact to. What defense so good. And then, what are we talking about next? Okay, and then Deron Bland. What do you think about him?
Dude, it's just amazing. This dude only allows a catch or two basically per game.
But that's normal.
And it's insane. After those catch or two, it's you don't hear from whatever receiver he's guarding the rest of the game. I think Puka had one catch. On him after that, had 0.
Yeah, Puka was getting locked down. Cooper Kupp too, man. Gilmore surprisingly wasn't really in the game that much, but that's the good thing because you don't want to see your corner getting torched on. I didn't really see Gilmore getting torched out all game, so props to Gilmore. Because Stafford really didn't have that much, receive or passes completed. Because he just couldn't get the ball off. He was getting pressured almost every freaking play.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing with going against the Rams is if you can contain Puka and Cooper Kupp, you kind of have the Rams on lockdown.
Again, they should have ran the ball more. I feel like they would have won if they ran the ball more. But I think my biggest thing that I mentioned in my Cowboys account was zone blitzes, and they actually did that. And if you saw, there's a lot of zone blitzing, man. They blitzed a lot. They pressured him a lot.
Because when we decide to blitz, I think it basically works every time because we always blitz at the right time. And we don't blitz a lot. We don't blitz a lot, but it's like when we do and be selective about it, it always works.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried for that Dolphins game for Gilmore.
That's the one.
He's a little on the slower side, and he's playing a Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill. We're gonna have to play a lot of zone. We're gonna have to.
I feel like the Philly game is like much more his speed because Devontae Smith for the most part is gonna be in the slot.
Well, honestly, what's gonna happen is Gilmore's gonna be an AJ Brown the whole time because they're about the same speed.
Yeah,
about the same physicality. They're both very physical guys.
Yeah, maybe like the old. I would be worried. Maybe it was like the old Julio, but everyone knows that Julio's lost just a little bit of a step.
Yeah,
but
he's not.
I think that's
I think Quez Watkins plays more than him. I think Julio's just there for moral support, to be honest.
Honestly, he had I think the only catch he had was like a touchdown. That was like super tight window.
But no, yeah, I have little doubts from the Dolphins game. Gilmore's probably going to get torched a lot. They're either going to have to blitz a lot and run man coverage, like press man, and Gilmore just presses the crap out of him. Or they play a lot of zone, and he's not going deep a lot. Because I really worry for Gilmore. He's going to get absolute trash if they run man.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably going to be Dan Quinn's biggest test this year, honestly, just because of the speed of the receivers.
The speed on that team, man. You got Raheem Mostert, you got Devon. It's not A-Chain no more. I forgot what it's called, but you got Devon Akane, Akane. You got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Some fast dudes, bro. Those are fast dudes. I mean, the fastest guy on our team is Devontae Turpin, and they make Turpin look like a freaking snail, man. I mean, they got some fast dudes. I really worry. This is where Diggs would have been real nice to lock up Tyreek Hill or something like that. Deron Bland on Waddle, and then I think they have Cedric Wilson still, which
but it looks like they barely use Cedric Wilson. I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah, but Gilmore would have been on him, but it would have been a good game. But now Diggs towards the ACL. Very sad to see that, but no, Deron Bland, man, I think he's learned a lot from Diggs. I see a lot of similarities. I mean, the 3 pick sixes. I mean, I think Diggs had 2 in 1 year. This guy's at 3. It's not even week 8 yet, or I think it's week 8. Yeah, it's not even halfway point. Yeah, week 9's the halfway point. It's not even week 9 yet. I mean, literally, he's gotten 3 pick sixes. It's insane.
It feels like every week he seems to be learning new lessons from what maybe he didn't do well the past week, and he brings it to the next week. He's much better
every week. I think his worst game was the Niners game. He played Ayuk a lot. He got torched. I think it's the only bad game he's had. But other than that, he's been playing good ball. I'm really excited for him to improve. But let's go over the things that went bad in this game though. The Rams game. Let's focus on the good. Good. Passing game was elite. O-line, they played okay. Quarterback play was amazing. Defense was amazing. Special teams was amazing.
Pass defense was amazing too. It was pretty good.
Yeah. The things that they could work on, run game. Still, they can't get anything on the run game. It's not good. They don't have that power back, man. I don't know if they just don't trust Lipke or something like that, but I don't know why he's not getting touches in third down situations.
That's one of the few things Mike needed to do coming out of the bye. It's one of the few things that he didn't do.
Yeah, run game needs to be improved. Because Derrick Henry would help us a lot, and I think he would. They need to get some guy who can. So I see why Zeke. Everyone hated Zeke. Zeke was Pollard's, bread and butter. Pollard thrived in that system. I mean, he got what, like 10 yards of carry pretty much. I mean, he was freaking going off, man. It's just some ain't right, man. It's not.
Yeah.
Run game is not working right now.
It's like when we go outside, like getting like 7 yards, but every time they try to go down the middle, I'm just like, oh god, why?
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Kill More, a lot of like just inside zones, and a lot of.
But like when they,
a couple times
when they did
some tosses.
yeah, when they put some creativity on how like they hand off the ball, they're like at least averaging 4. When they just do like a simple handoff, they're averaging like 3 yards or less than 3 yards a carry.
Yeah, like I like the counter plays. I like jet sweeps. I like tosses. Now you do want those basic handoffs. You do want to run inside zone. You do want to run just the dive down the middle.
Yeah, cause that was like short yardage situations. I have no problem with doing just like simple handoffs.
Oh yeah, short yardage. Yeah, it's fine. And it's fine. It's fine to do a little inside zone in shotgun. And I don't know if you noticed, man, but Dak Prescott. Oh, bro. We're gonna watch some film, and you're gonna see. Oh, yeah, you're gonna see. You are gonna see that this team, or that Dak is getting wide open on RPOs. When I mean wide open, I mean wide open, but he's not keeping it. He's saving it for I think a good team. He's saving it. Dude, I think like on 4 of them. He handed the ball off to Pollard, but he didn't keep it. He just gave it to Pollard. I mean, it was like I remember one play. I said to myself, like, dude, why didn't you keep it? That probably would have been a touchdown. There was, if I'm being dead serious, there was one defender when he crossed over, when he handed the ball off, when when you do a read option, when he went to the left. I mean, no one was there. It was that wide open. He could have been at a touchdown, but he handed it off. I think he's just saving that for a big time, just later on the road.
I feel like he's waiting for Philadelphia or Miami.
Someone, man, he's gonna. Sometime sooner or later, he's gonna freaking take that ball with him, and he's gonna just go boom, boom. Oh, it's gonna be a big game. Yeah, and they do want to run the ball with Dak more, and that's where it's working. When Dak runs, man, it's a better game. He plays more smoother too. Dak's not a pocket guy. I don't know if you noticed, but Dak's not a pocket guy. He's a guy who rolls out in the pocket. He makes those on the run, or throw and run throws. He's an improviser. That's what he is. He improvises on bad plays.
Yeah, he's really good on throwing on the run.
Okay. It's gonna be a little less quality for your thing, your phone call, your audio quality, but it's fine. We're watching film. So it looks like. Look again. I'm gonna pause it again. So I'm only going over a couple plays. Just plays this first drive when we got sacked. So he's in motion out. Right, and then go like that, and then kind of like a dig. I don't know if it's a dig or a post. I'm pretty sure it's a dig. He's gonna do like a 4-yard out or something like that, like this, and then he's gonna go like here and then here. Pretty sure he goes like that. I don't really know what Brandon Cooks does here. Let me just check quick. He does a little slant because those. So right here, boom, dig, slant. So he's looking at Gallup. He's just there, boom, 4-yard out. Kind of weird to see, but here, and he's kind of he's maybe going a little like that, a little under. Oop, I didn't even do that. So he's obviously looking to Gallup, but. Not open. Kind of just take the sack. Need to read that better. If you look right here, like a lamb. Boom. Right there. 4 yards. I don't want that. Just in he looked. This is gonna get blocked anyway. You season man. Go throw it to Lamb. Easy 4 yards.
Easy.
Easy. And possibly catches that, spins around, first down. Nope. He takes a sack. Chuma got body here, but again, slant. And looking out, not open. Probably, maybe could throw Pollard here, but even then, that's probably gonna be picked, so I probably wouldn't throw it to me. But Chuma got a little body in there, but I think Lamb would have been a good play caller here. Decided why he's so free, or him, I don't know. But Fergus is what he was on a delay fade. He a little chip, and then he was fading up. So I don't know if maybe Terrence Steele just misread. Yeah, it's Steele. He misread that. Steele was supposed to. Yeah, that shouldn't have been. That was Steele's misassignment. What should have happened is let's just go to my tools. Come on. Oh, I forgot. It's not like this. Steele's right here. Block him. Boom. Chip him. Got double team on him. And I was done. Go upfield. Little delay fade. That didn't happen. That got sacked. Because Terrence Steele's supposed to have bucked that guy because he's doing a play action. He's a little bootleg. Supposed to have all this room. I don't know what he's really doing here. It's really hard to tell because no one's really open right now. But Lamb, nope. Ferguson was probably, if he had some time, Ferguson maybe would have been open, but maybe Cook's in the flat. But that's Terrence Steele in that play. Good read. Literally just a go route. Boom. Starter step. Yep. I just said. Boom. Touchdown. Could have been a little more on the money. A little more. A couple times Dak misthrowed his receivers. They had to just stop. And then I think Lamb did it once. That first touchdown. Remember the first touchdown? Let's try to look for it. Oh, not first touchdown, but the second one. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, right here. Nope. Yeah, right here, look. Oh, nope. Okay, it doesn't show. Here it is. Boom. I mean, if he throws that faster, Lamb doesn't have to slow down.
Nope.
He has to slow down and catch that. A couple times he missed that. I want to say. Let's try to find that. Let's try to find that ball. Brian Cooks again. Was this play? Yeah, it was. Okay. I feel like Cooks the deep ball. Had to stop and catch it. Well, won the money at the touchdown. Easy for him. Thank God he caught the ball, but just missed it a little bit. He's not perfect, but some things you can fix like that. Needs to be on the money. In stride. I think it's one thing Dak can improve on at the moment. But other than that, lights out football for him. Do like that a lot from him. He's improving.
Yeah, I just love the improvement.
Again, not satisfied.
No, not even close. Well, not because they're not close, but just in the games I highlighted, it's like when I need to see like what I saw. I'm not saying like 4 touchdowns, but like just be efficient.
Yeah, just gotta do better. No simple that. Hopefully next week we can see them play. So where do they play? So fellas, imagine Dad's got a meme. Cowboys trading for Aaron Donald tomorrow morning. Imagine, bro. Oh my God, I'd actually freak out. crazy. But so we're playing at Philly at 3:25 p.m. Central Time, 4 o'clock
Knowing the
Eastern
NFL,
Time.
the NFL, I was surprised they didn't put that on Sunday night, but then I was like, oh, they already have
No, they're not.
They already have us on Sunday night when we play in Dallas anyway.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna flex it. I don't think so. They could, but I mean, I think it's good where it's at. I don't think Sunday night. I think it's over-exaggerating for a Sunday night game.
Yeah.
So I think it's where it's at. 3:25, not too bad. But it feels like it feels like like the last game of the season, and it's like either whoever wins this game go to the playoffs and goes home, then that's when you flex it to a Sunday night football game. But other than that, no.
So like even like if we were to, like, this is what I've been saying, right? Because like if we win this game, you know, whether we win or lose, it's like
we're still getting hated on. We're still getting hated on.
Yeah.
Just how it is. They're gonna find excuses. Oh, Hurts wasn't 100% because of his knee. Dude.
No, they're like
he's choosing. He's choosing to play like that. He's choosing.
Well, in the front of their coaching staff too, like, you know, they clearly saw, you know, he had to, like, I think he's wearing, like, I don't know if he's wearing a knee brace, but
yeah, he is.
It's like,
he's wearing a knee brace under it.
Clearly, like in 2014 when Rodgers like had that same injury and just couldn't run or escape out of the pocket at all.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. I'm hoping they introduce the run game a little more, but Philly has the best. The Philly has the best run defense in the NFL. Per PPR, not PPR. PFF or PPF. Wait, what was it? It's Pro Football Focus. Yeah, PFF.
Yeah.
My bad. Number one ranked run defense in the NFL. So we will see what happens on that part. But if you look in the past, Cowboys running backs really have a really good. They have a really good chance to steam on them. I feel like Zeke, he had a lot of good games versus the Eagles. Paul had a lot of good games versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
Could happen. We will see.
So going into the game, like, I'm Dallas. The guy that CDs has seemed to have the most success against is James Bradbury.
Yeah, Bradbury is a lot worse than Slay. They need to just target him more. I feel like the key to success the next week, they gotta just stay focused on the run. I don't think the passing game's really gonna work that much because they have their secondary is like very good. Their linebackers are probably the weakest positions on their teams at the moment. Yeah. But secondary, dude, they have they just traded for Kevin Byard. Who else they got at safety? That new guy. I forgot who they got.
They got that young kid,
Blankenship, yeah, something like that. They got Darius Slay, they got Bradbury. They got a nasty secondary group, man. It's gonna be hard to throw on them, especially with Gallup, man. I don't trust him, bro. Shoot, but I would definitely put Gallup on Bradbury. It's gonna be
Bradbury against Washington. It didn't matter who they put, whether it was Dotson or McLaurin. He was just getting burnt every time.
We will see. But it's gonna test if we really got it. I think Dallas needs to get all the Cowboys fans back. Even though this game was a win for us, doesn't beat the fact that we've lost against the 49ers badly. We need to improve ourselves that we're a top 10, top 5 team in the NFL, so we can win this thing. Because I think me and you are both we won a Super Bowl because we haven't experienced one.
Nope, not even a conference championship game.
Nope, not even that.
Depression.
That 2014 Mac probably could have done it, but yeah, we all know what happened in that game. Damn. The 2014 team was like 10. See, the problem I have, one thing before we go, the one thing I have about what Dak Prescott is Tony Romo only had a top 10 defense twice in his career.
Yeah, I think, like, even if you ask Cowboys, even when he had a top 10 defense, like, we're top 10. It was just like, we were just, like, so bad, like, at everything. Whether it was, like, the pass, the run.
Yeah. That he only had twice, and it was 2009. I think 2000 something. I forgot what it was, but
Yeah,
he's only had two top 10 defenses. Well, Dak's already had 2018, 2021, 2022, or 29. You know, we'll include we'll include in 2019 too. So 2018, 2019, 2021, 2022, that's 5 years of a top 10 defense.
Yeah, at some point.
And then like 3 of those, I would say like 4 of those years, we had a top 5 defense.
Oh yeah, not even close. And it's like,
I mean,
the more embarrassing part is Tony Romo's best corner he ever like had on the team was like probably Brandon Carr.
Nah, it was Orlando Scandrick.
Or yeah, Orlando Scandrick when he was held to post injury.
And he wasn't that good. He was like, more thing about it, he was like he was a top 30 corner, but he wasn't. He was nothing more than a top 30 corner. He wasn't average, but wasn't.
He was like in the middle.
He was in the middle between above average and average.
Yeah, because a lot of times teams would just use his like lack of size against them.
Yeah. No one ever had a good defense, man. He had it 1 year, and that year their offense sucked. It was horrendous. Dak he has all the pieces. It's his team. He needs to get this thing going. I guarantee you, Romo would already, because Romo he knew his shit, man. He knew what to do. He was either go big or go home. He would throw picks, but those picks would turn into touchdowns. I mean, he scored on teams. I love Romo. It's just Romo never. In 2014, I think they had a top. I think their defense was like 32nd or something like that. It was pretty bad, man. It was like, I think the 32nd in yards, but they were like 22nd in overall. It was horrible.
Yeah,
it.
I just remember that. What was it, 2013 or something like that? The Broncos game.
Oh yeah, Peyton Manning, Romo. Oh yeah, they scored they scored 48 points on that dude.
That was an instant classic.
Defense, yeah, defense was horrible that game. So that's just proves Dak needs to. He has all the pieces. There's literally like, I can't name one position right now that's bad.
No, not really.
You can't really name. The only place like really we can improve on was probably D-line. I don't think Jonathan Hankins is a top defensive guy. Probably was a little help on the defensive line. Maybe. And Tank he's getting a little age. He's getting a little age up in there. He's like 32, I think 31 this year.
Yeah, he is.
Sooner or later he's gonna get to the age where he's just not in his prime anymore. He's not in his prime in general, but he's just not the same he used to be.
Yeah.
And the more you get, the more or less you're gonna see reps. So I think it's time we need to get some guy to replace Tank, which that could be Sam Williams. Like, Sam Williams is a good guy. Sam Williams needs to work on his craft a little more. He could be a beast.
Yeah, most definitely. I think he can be like the guy that eventually gets all the snaps with Mike on the field.
Yeah, but I do like our defensive line rotation. Just could be a better stars in the D line. I think the only thing that they can improve on, and maybe honestly probably linebacker too. LVE is he's not the same this year as he was previous years.
Yeah, and he's only going to be, I can't remember if he signed like a 1 year extension or like 2 years.
2 year.
Yeah, but it's like the contract, the total, I think it was like, I don't know, it was like $3 million.
It wasn't much.
$3 million or something. Basically a veteran, like, basically what the minimum a veteran can get.
Veteran can make, yeah.
So it's not that much. Like, so even if they wanted to just, move on, it wouldn't like cost anything.
Yeah, we will see. All right, man. And this wraps us up. We will see. Might do another podcast later this week. But nah, man. Glad you been on the podcast, man. Appreciate you coming out. Hopefully we get this win on Sunday.
Hopefully, or else I gotta hear from all the Philly fans that I know.
I know, right? All right, guys. This is SNS signing up. Always stay cold.